What I'm going to do is look at how to motion tween and classic tween text for your film title. So you can see here, for motion tween, I've already created a text box, and we can do some fun things with the text before we even start. So I have my text selected. I'm going to go over here into the properties panel, and I can go in and make sure my text is center align. Here's where you can go in and change the typeface. Maybe you want something different. And then filters is kind of fun. So there's no filters added, but the way you add them is you hit a plus. And let's say I want a drop shadow. I'll show you here what that looks like. You can see this black effect. So that might kind of be interesting. And I'm going to try it and see how it goes. So after I've created and manipulated my text box, we want to go ahead and convert this to a symbol. So I'm going to call this film title, keep it as a graphic, and click OK. Now I'm going to start with the text out of off the stage, and I'm going to go over here to frame 45, and I am going to insert a frame, not a keyframe, but just a frame. So you can see here it's highlighted all of those areas. So I'm going to shift click so I have all 45 frames selected, and I am going to insert a motion tween. Now I am going to go to frame 45, and I'm going to move it to the center. Now I want it to stay straight, so I'm going to hold the shift key, and it kind of keeps it here on a track. And I'll keep it there, and you see these dots. That means you have successfully created this motion tween. So that is a motion tween. So I'm going to hide motion tween, and we're going to go here on classic tween. Now, the fact that I created this as a symbol, I'm going to go into my library and drag it in. We'll click it here. Now I'm editing this object. And if I go in, what I can do is I can delete that drop shadow if I don't want it, okay? So I'm going to go back out of the edit object mode and go back into scene mode. Same thing, I have a keyframe, and this time I'm going to start, let me zoom out a little bit. I'm going to start with it here on the left, and I want it to come in to the right. So I'm going to come over here to frame 45 and enter a frame. So on frame 45, first I want to actually add the classic tween. Go here on frame 45, and I'm going to move it. Same thing, I'm going to hold shift key down and bring it in. And you can see here that it's coming in fine. Now, let's say I want to do some fancier things with it. I'm going to go over here where it first starts, go into the properties, and I think it would be fun to have the color kind of fade in. So I'm going to open up the color effects. I'm going to choose alpha, which is the opacity. Normally it defaults to 100%. I'm going to turn the alpha down to 0%. And you can see here when it comes in, it is 100%. So you can see here, that's what that looks like. I'm going to go here into properties again, and there is tweening. I could actually, right now it's set on classic ease. I could try some other, say, ease in and out, and you can try these different characteristics of the tween. So that's how you create a motion and classic tween. Pretty cool. Now, I could, if I really wanted, I could have had that lined up. That would be kind of neat. So have fun.